I'm a combat veteran, and I think the VA sucks. And whenever I say that, a bunch of high-speed Blue Falcons swoop in to be like, well, I'm a combat veteran too. And I think the VA in my state is great. And if you had just done this, that, or the other thing, then you would have had a fine time too. And frankly, you seem like a very articulate person, so maybe you don't actually have brain damage. Yeah? Did you know me before the bombs? Maybe the part of my brain that got blown up isn't the part that conjugates verbs. Maybe it's the part that regulates my fucking anger. Irony. Of the GWAT veterans, Global War on Terror, 20 to 30% of them have a traumatic brain injury. Ergo, 1 in 4 dudes, or dudettes, that put their boots on the ground came back with a less functioning brain. Oh, well, you should have had it written down on your paperwork when you EDS'd. Oh, you should have made sure that the medic nearby did the appropriate paperwork. What about me, the medic on the ground? Who did my paperwork? Where's my Purple Heart? Everybody else in the truck got one. I guess I'm special and didn't get blown up. Oh wait, I did. And it was in my paperwork when I got back. And then I did all the appropriate things. And it still took me half a decade to get the care that I was promised. And I know how to talk medicine because that was my job. I don't expect some dude who cleaned the inside of a 240 for a year to know what's going on inside his own broken brain. And I also don't expect that dude to get home and want to navigate a system that constantly calls him a liar, or her. Let's not even get into all the women who experience SA on their deployments, because why have enemies when you have friends who don't get any care because no one fucking believes them? Once you get out of one of the 6 services, if you count the Coast Guard and the Space Force, which are further split between Guard and Reserve and active duty units, you then have to navigate one of 1,300 VA hospitals with wildly different standards. And then the guy who does your comp and pen? Not even a doctor. It's just some guy whose job it is to say no. They go off a checklist of words that doctors have to use to specifically give you percentages of a percent of how disabled you are. And yeah, some people get 0. Yeah, we see here that you have all your paperwork in place, and so we agree. You are going to receive a 0% rating from the VA. Percentages that aren't like, okay, you got 30 here, 40 here, 50 here. That's 100, baby. Wrong. You have 30% out of 100, and then they go, well, so you're 70.
Okay, well, as most of you guys know, I kind of like books a lot, and I like to read quite a bit. And I came across this guy that we just saw and heard from on Amazon. He wrote 2 books. One, Rebirth by Fire, and I'm reading that one now. And the other one, Forged by Battle. And they're for sale. They're for sale on Amazon. Patrickloller. He lives in New York City, and actually I came across him doing a book search because I'm a Kindle member, and then I went back and I did a search on the internet, and I found out that he a combat medic in Afghanistan, and he wrote these 2 books here, Rebirth by Fire and Forged by Battle. And I strongly suggest you guys, anybody who's interested in reading this, go there and pick it up. I mean, it's cheap. You know, they're not expensive to buy, and this guy here, he's going through the same process I've been going through. I've been going through this for 40 years, give or take a decade or 2. No, but it's been a long time, and this is nothing new. The VA has been doing this to me since 1980s. They gaslight you a lot. See, back in my days, we didn't have computers, so we had no ways of finding out how badly we were being screwed by the VA. And now this younger generation experiencing the kind of stuff I had to live through.